My name is Cody Reynolds. I'm a member of the Chickasaw Nation. This is Elena. She's 2 years old and she is a liver transplant recipient and received her transplant in September of 2021. We were really unfamiliar with organ donation until Elena was born, and the doctor said that she had a rare liver disease called biliary atresia. So we pulled out our phones and just kind of did a quick Google search, kind of opened our eyes and really scared us to death. And that started our transplant journey. In June is when we went to Houston for a transplant evaluation. It was in the middle of a pandemic. We got through our visits. We were only there for 5 days, so it wasn't terrible. She was listed for transplant a month later. For us, that was the most trying time in our marriage, was, dealing with a sick kid, dealing with 3 other kids. That's really where kind of restored our faith, got us back in church. So it ended up being good. October of 2020 is when we had our first call, and they said, hey, we've got a possible liver. We want you guys to come to Houston. We're gonna send our jet. We'll see you guys at 9 o'clock. And we met the jet there. I kissed Kelly and Elena goodbye. I got them on the plane. And I came back home. I told our kids, I said, hey, we've got to head to Houston. And we made it south of Dallas, and Kelly called. And she said, hey, I just talked to some of the doctors. They said there's something going on with the donor. Surgery's not going to happen. We learned not to get too comfortable. September 2nd, remember it like it was yesterday. Kelly was at work. She called me, said, hey, I just talked to Allison. She said, we've got a liver for her. We met with anesthesia, surgeons, nurses, what the plan was for the day. That's when it started getting real. We were like, okay, this is going to happen. 2 o'clock, we went to the operating room, signed all of our consents, and 30 minutes later, we started to get text messages from the nurse in the OR. They've made the opening incision. Another hour would go by. They'd say, Elena's liver's out. The next message they sent, they said the new liver is in, and it's connected and blood is flowing. We couldn't believe it. We were finally able to breathe a sigh of relief that a new chapter was just starting for us. Being Chickasaw is really a gift from our ancestors. What I would tell Native American families out there is that organ donation is good. I would encourage you to talk with your family, make those decisions, and register to be a donor. You can do that by going to lifeshareok.org.